Now then, people, good morning. Welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. I hope you are all good. I just seen there, Jaggy Bab said, notification gang, Gucci gang. Please do smash me a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, and of course, hit that notification bell. We're getting so close now to, if I remember rightly, I should double check that actually. Afternoon all, big up to Leeds edits. Is that the guy on TikTok? You've got some sick edits, my mate. We're getting so close now to 36,000 subscribers, one day at a time and all that jazz. Look, there isn't anything specific in terms of Leeds news that I wanted to touch on, but what I wanted to bring to your ears and eyes this morning, or afternoon, should I say. Sorry, I've been busy chatting, man. Chatting. Mr. Worldwide and that, talking to people in Oz and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Got friends everywhere, me. Road to 100K, right? One day, bro. One day. Another live, love it, says Nikki. Big up to you. Look, tell you it's going to be all okay. It is, promise. Oliver, come in to these arms. I am going to make you feel better, my friend. John Percy has just put us out of our misery. What? See what? No. What's going on? What's he saying? John Percy of the Telegraph is saying what? What's he saying? Newcastle have strong interest in Bilal El Khanous and are looking at a possible deal. El Khanous has a release clause and he's also attracting interest from other Premier League clubs, including Leeds. Game over. Fuck's sake, man. God's sake. I'm pissed now. And I was feeling all right when I first came into the stream. And now I'm pissed because it's another one. And the facts are we can't compete. We cannot compete. I say we do not have the capacity to be able to deal with this. Right, look, just forget that. Just move that 100%, man, right? He's been waiting for that offer. I was just about to bring you the news that he isn't going to Spurs because they're moving on Savinio now. Now, of course, not the same position. They ain't got that many, that much dough, and they can't spend it all. And they're going to spend like 50 million on Savinio from City. So I was like, listen, they're moving on from El Khanous, and then we get that. Oh, yeah, Ian, well and truly, my man, well and truly. It's going along the bottom there. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, and all that jazz. Look, at the end of the day, this is a positive. The reason I say it is a positive, right? Hear my logic first, right? The reason it's a positive is we are now just 4 days away from the Premier League kicking off on Friday night, Liverpool versus Bournemouth. Obviously, we don't kick off till Monday, but it's a jam-packed weekend, Friday through to Monday, football. Like 4 times, 4 days. And what we're seeing now is dominoes are starting to fall. Players are starting to move at a quicker rate. We've had, here we go, on Jack Grealish. I do just want to give some thoughts and opinions on that Jack Grealish deal. I'd have loved Jack Grealish, 100%. However, the money that you have to pump into that deal is astronomical. City want most of his wage paying, if not all. It's going to cost you a heavy loan fee. All these different factors, which means Leeds United could have never been in that conversation, genuinely. I'd also like to add that Jack Grealish has not played a lot of football. Listen, I'm actually buzzing for Jack Grealish. I rate Jack Grealish. I like him, the human. Like Jim says, he's on 16 million a season. We do not have the money. It is what it is. So yes, I'd have loved Jack Grealish. Yes, I'm buzzing for him, the person that he's going to play football. But we were never in the conversation. Never. Nottingham Forest are closing in on James McAtee. Could we have been in the conversation? Potentially. But when clubs higher up the table have come knocking, you're not going to get them. And James McAtee previously has been involved in a relegation battle with Sheffield United and didn't want that. That's why he's going to Europa League, Nottingham Forest. That's been confirmed today. Crystal Palace lost their appeal with CAS, which means they have to go in the Conference League. But agreement in final stages for a fee in excess of 20 million for Forest, 2025, possibly up to 30. It's a good deal. It's a good deal. Him, Gibbs White, it's nice. Leicester winger Fatawu is another one wanted by Everton. I think it'd be an unbelievable pickup. Having a look at how he started the season, he's obviously over that injury early doors. Why not we go for Fatawu? But Everton are interested in him as well. So that's on. And then obviously I was going to say, look, dominoes are falling. Things are falling into place. And then we get the news that Newcastle want Bilal El Khanous. I'm not sure where El Khanous fits in at Newcastle, if I'm honest. They have the three. They have Alanga, Murphy, Gordon, and Harvey Barnes, and then a striker, which at this moment is Isak, but outside of that, nobody. So, yeah, interesting. I mean, he's better than that, Chris. Come on now. Let's not do that. Jack Grealish is a footballer. People forget. But he's a baller and an awesome human as well. I do like what's been just said. I think it might have been Sonny. I'm trying to find it. This one, Tyler, sorry. Credit where credit's due. With Newcastle's track record this year, they'll lose out to us. 100%, mate. Probably. At least, listen, what I would say to Bilal El Khanous that, you're going to play. You're going to play at Leeds. You might not at Newcastle. Again, I think he's sold permanently, and it might be too pricey for us. Would I like Harvey Elliott? Yes, he came from Fulham. Maybe he could go back there. Not really any for us, though. I wouldn't have thought so, mate, to be honest. And they're still doing mint business. Osulu, who is a decent striker. As a Forest fan, I respect Leeds' great fan base. Big up to you, Football Forever. Make sure you subscribe, mate. We're here all the time, so it'd be nice to have you join us. We do get a few Forest fans, actually. Solomon, yeah, Solomon could potentially be an option, couldn't he? 4 more days until Bilal El Khanous's release clause expires, folks. Just 4 days. So watch this space on that one. Again, when I'm talking about dominoes, things will start to happen. I disagree, El. I disagree. Paul for faith. Yeah, we do have faith, man. If you don't have faith, you should have faith, man. They're going to get it right. We've made some great signings. Some unbelievable signings so far for where we're at. Anton Stack's going to be a real star turn. But yeah, we just need the attacking players. And this is what's a worry. The other clubs haven't been as, I say, lackadaisical, but if you look at Sunderland, for example, yes, they had a big gap to bridge. Bearing in mind they've been out of the Premier League now for maybe, is it 8 seasons or something like that? It's a long time. They weren't expected to come up. Bit of a surprise package, if you ask me, to win the playoffs. Their squad needed a lot of work. But what they have done is gone and done that. So they did have a gap to build up. We didn't have as big a gap, although the gap still exists. But Sunderland went out and did a lot of good business. They got the centre-backs in, the full-backs, midfield, brand new midfield. When you then supplant it with Rig and Co. The striker, Gui, backing up Isidore potentially, Maeda, sorry. So Sunderland did what they needed to do. Burnley, I think the business is shit, if I'm being totally honest. I was watching reading the Athletic preview today, and a lot of them were bemoaning it and saying, the signing, for of Broge is just not the one. I know we quote a lot of these newspapers. A few people come in. It's not happening, Dobvig. It's not happening. No way. I've seen someone message me today, said, I think we're definitely getting to Remy. We're not, man. These players don't fit into it. There you have it. It's just agent talk, man. Honestly, it's just agent talk. Could we go for Barnes? No, Mate, well, I don't know. It depends where they see Bilal El Khanous. But I mean, Harvey Barnes, what a pickup that would be for anybody. Sunderland starting 11, yeah, it does. And listen, I don't look at pre-season. I don't look at pre-season. Bielsa taught me that. We had some of the worst pre-seasons known to man, and then we turned up against Stoke, and it was like, what the fuck am I watching? Newcastle are advancing in negotiations to loan Vlachodimos to Sevilla. Don't forget they paid 20 million for this guy, and he's never even fucking played a game. It's madness. It is madness. But it is quite quiet on the Leeds United front again, and we know that Graham's gone on holiday. Berren hasn't done an article. Isaac Johnson's lips are... Wolfsburg have made a 10 million bid for Sunderland and Northern Ireland defender Trey Hume. Nice, nice. See, they might sell him. They might sell him. They'll have bought him for next to nothing. And then they go, right, okay, let's reinvest that again. That's one thing I'll say for them. Their squad and allowable losses are greater than ours. Yes, we all have the same amount, but they're more in the green than we were, if that makes sense. But yeah, I bet they paid next to nothing for Trey Hume. Let's have a look. Wow. 240k. 240k. So again, that's a massive PSR win. Won't surprise me if that deal gets done and they go, do you know what? We can go get someone else. They brought in Masuaku, for example, the left back, and they've already got Ronaldo. Them deals are cheap. I'm not, to be honest, I don't rate Masuaku all that much. Ronaldo's aging. I'd have taken Ronaldo, don't get me wrong, but they might look at flipping that because that's a lot of cash, isn't it? Does Bono exist? Yeah. Yeah, he's injured all the time, isn't he? So. It's not great. Not great. So let me just have a look, see what else is going down. There doesn't seem to be any news. That's the worry. Jay-Z, not for us. I do think it is going to be... I think it's going to be active. I do believe it's going to be active this week. It has to be. It has to be. And I think it's positive that by lunchtime we're getting here we go on players outside of Leeds. The reason I say that is because dominoes will start to fall. Clubs will be willing to come to the negotiating table now. Because it might be a case of, oh, well, right, okay, I know you wanted this player. Now let's talk. You know, now we're willing to do some business. That's not true at all, Aaron. Not true at all. I don't know where you get that from, my pal. Did Sinisterra play for us? Did Rutter play for us? Did Archie? Yeah, that doesn't mean nothing. They just want to win games of football. So if he's available, he's going to play, unless he refuses, like Joseph. Do you know what I mean? So that doesn't mean nothing, mate. Is it a worry we hiring things? I think we'll hear something today. I hope so. I hope so. Maybe Tuesday we might get announcement of a Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Maybe even Mikel Antonio. That was another name that got mentioned yesterday. I'm not too sure about that. Yeah, they did Louis and they told us, well, I don't know where the 30 million each position came from, but it was out there. He was, mate. He was. City enters the race for Xavi Simons, all kicking off today. This is the thing, innit? It will start to really go boom, 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 boom. And then clubs might need to move players about. Clubs might be willing to loan a player they previously said. All these different aspects. Rutter played for us the day Brighton triggered his release clause. Yeah, exactly. He literally played. And he played knowing that. So it means nothing. No, I don't think so either. I don't think we've had the here we go on that, have we? I don't think anyway. I hope not. Bloody hell. Sasha Taglieri will be able to tell us. But there's nothing on there. He just talks about Xavi Simons. Let's have a look. What else? Yeah, I mean, maybe 21 days till the window ends, yes, but the season's literally around the corner, isn't it? So, no, you have to, look, I get it, but you have to have faith, people. You know, if they don't do any more business, we go down. So they have to. And if they don't, heads will roll and someone needs sacking, whoever's fault that may be. Whoever's fault that may be. If it's Adam Underwood's, sack him. If it's the managers, sack him. Because on someone's head, it must be. If we don't do the deals. Because I think we all know, and even me who's a positive Leeds fan, if we don't bring any attacking players in, we go down. And we won't not. You know? They won't not. We've recruited well. We've recruited well up to this stage. We just need the final pieces of the jigsaw. Because as me and Lockie were saying yesterday, we need goals. We need goals. We need creation. And there you go. Kershaw. Dominic Calvert-Lewin sacks agent and holds talks with 3 Premier League clubs as per TalkSport this morning. Tuesday, man. Tuesday, I was told. Tuesday might be on his way to Leeds. So who knows? And look, if Calvert-Lewin comes in at Leeds, as long as we bring in another, I'm okay with that. If you get a fully fit Dominic Calvert-Lewin, it's a good player. Like, let's not hide from that fact. I think it's fair to say he's a good player. I was told from someone who knows, listen, it's 3 degrees of separation or whatever it says, but I was told Tuesday, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. If you get, I hear you, Matty. That's the thing, innit? We need to know that is a surefire thing, and you don't have that. Yeah, but again, Alex, what I would say in response to that, if he sacked his agent as well, what we have to consider, and I mentioned this yesterday when I was talking to a few people about the potential, was that as the season approaches, demands start to come down. Leeds United, for example, never thought they could even be in the conversation for Paixão. In the end, we were beaten to him, but we entered the conversations. Same with Rafinha. It could be the same now with DCL. I don't think he is. Listen, I think we're being, again, I'll come back to it. He's a consistent Premier League player. If you can keep him fit, then it's good. Kev Murphy, who's an Everton fan, big up to you, Kev. What do you make to Calvert-Lewin? I know Everton still wanted him. And I think when people say his pants, etc., understand where we are as a football club. I've said before he's broken. That's my only worry. If he was fit, well, to be honest, if he was fit, he wouldn't be coming to Leeds United because he'd have smashed it and he'd have gone somewhere else. It was a couple of seasons ago. He was linked to Arsenal, for God's sake. But I mean, it's a free. But then again, that's frustrating, isn't it? You go as a fan, all right, okay, because Farker was saying after the game, we've replaced Solomon with a free. If we then had Calvert-Lewin, it is a worry. Look, the last time Calvert-Lewin got double digits in the Premier League was 2021. And the season before, 1920, which I think might have been under Ancelotti. One of them was because he was smashing it that season. Since then, 5, 2, 7, 3. It's not massive amount of goals. It's quite a few starts in there. The last time he started 30 games, though, he got double digits. He got double digits in 2021 and 1920. But then since then, and admittedly, his minutes aren't nowhere near what they used to be. Injury concerns. It is, I'm talking myself out of it. It's an injury concern. And I spoke to Jack about this yesterday, and I was saying, imagine you brought in Metro on free, who's an injury. You bring on Calvert-Lewin. What if they got injured? And I know that's like looking at, but there's a high chance, probability-wise, that they'll get injured. And then what? Are you then looking at just Pirro? I'm not sure. I do think Calvert-Lewin, if he came in, would be able to bring in other players. He would be an outlet. He can battle with defenders in the Premier League because he does that. But again, we have to wait and see, don't we? We have to wait and see. Definitely need to minimize risk on signing now. Agreed. No. Metcha's looked all right, but we saw that with Bert Bourne out, didn't we? I've not seen him play yet, I don't think. Did he get injured in his first pre-season game? Would prefer Mitrovic, so would I, mate. Maybe the finances are too much, though. I don't know. It's frustrating, isn't it? It's one of them. What can you do, though? Like, well, I know what we can do. We can pull our fingers out and spend the money that's needed. We can as well, right? And I do think they will get it done, but we can't hide from the fact that last summer, we made the most in the whole of Europe for transfer sales. We also can't hide from the fact, I'm going to end up losing my shit here. I can feel it. I don't know where this has come from. It's boiling up. We can't hide from the fact that in January we did no deals. And in January, I had people telling me, it's clearly what they're doing. It's clearly they're keeping money back to go crazy in the Prem. How can you not see that? Well, they've only spent 70 million. They've only spent 70 million. Some teams spend that on one player. But my point is, they have to spend money. Because of last summer, I don't think our transfer spend in the summer last year was that big, was it? In comparison. And then nothing in January. So now we've just 4 days until a week till we play, but 4 until Premier League kicks off. It's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good. Yeah, no, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Again, should have triggered release cut. Yeah, well, if we have, I think if the play was up for it, they would have. You know, so yeah. I don't know. But this is the thing as well. Like, I've just seen Rossi on Twitter there. It's a good point. Hamer's still out there. But then are we settling for less? Buendia, Mana Solomon. They're still there and available. But it does feel like a bit of a damp squib if Leeds United wait and then bring in Hamer and Solomon. You go, do you know what I mean? I come back to that article that was done talking about, you know, we don't think there's any wingers that are better than what we have already and stuff. That needs to change. You know, that needs to be sorted. Yeah, Samurai. It might. I tried to get them last week, but they were busy. We might wait until maybe the season transfer window's closed, because I don't want to miss opportunities if something happens. You know. Buonanotte, again, he's wanted abroad, but they prefer a loan. Yeah, fucking hell. There are deals that can be done in there, but and look, my whole prefix for coming on this stream was seeing that deals are being done. This means dominoes will start to fall. Just on some news. And again, according to goal.com, I don't know how reliable goal.com is. I'd probably give it a 0 rating. Another thing, Joe, DCL will want silly money now. He's free. He wanted, yeah. And maybe that's why he sacked his agent, though, mate, because he realised, shit, I'm not getting any. Apparently, Buonanotte has been to 4 parts around Friday. I was told yesterday that Mikel Antonio was there Tuesday. I don't know how reliable that is, but Goal.com reports Leeds' decision to drop their pursuit of Muniz due to his expensive price tag. Leeds dropped their pursuit of Muniz due to his expensive price tag. They're fucking repeating themselves. So I'd say Goal.com have zero credibility. Calvin Phillips, Team Talk reports Manchester City's openness to offers for Phillips. That's not going to happen. Goal.com reports Leeds' ambitious move to sign Buonanotte. Mitrovic is reportedly on the verge of signing for Al Hilal. Yeah, signing from Al Hilal. It's not any either, is it? Yeah, I think there are, though. I think there will be clubs lining up for Dominic Calvert-Lewin for sure. As much as people will tell you his pay sheet, there's a reason why he's been a Premier League player for as long as he is, right? 4 candles. That's funny, mate. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But we'll have to wait and see what, like I say, news is pretty threadbare. Tomorrow, though, bearing in mind I will be back at some point today. I know this. I think there's going to be something happen today. But there's an exciting show coming tomorrow, myself and Saeed TV. The Rose Rivals show, weekly, one on mine, one on his, and vice versa. Joe, purely based on what bids, mate? Are you talking about Paixão? Yeah. Because Paixão was worth going that extra mile for. Do they feel it's worth going the extra mile for players that maybe not as good as Paixão? That remains to be seen. Because they can't rely on what we've got. And it's hard to be patient, mate, when the season starts on Monday. That's what I meant, yeah. That's what I meant, yeah. How can the board say there are better wingers available? Our best winger from last... Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, that's crazy, Christo. He's definitely not. But yeah, look, we'll wait and see, won't we? More will be revealed over the coming days, weeks. We'll have to wait and see, but hopefully something will happen today because dominoes are starting to fall. Deals are starting to be done. We're up next, surely. We have to be. Anyway, I'm off out to walk the dog, get some fresh air, sort my head out. Peace. Love you all.